Today, we will learn how to use global variables, and we're going to teach our Magic 8-Ball app, which we covered in the last segment, how to say the answers out loud. So it's kind of cool that we shake it and it says some answers on the screen. It'd be even cooler if we shook it and it said them out loud. So we're going to do that because it's fun and it teaches us about global variables. So bear with me. I'm going to screen share. You're going to see what I'm seeing. All right. We are on MIT App Inventor. This is where we left you last time. And this is our front end. This is our back end. We've got these blocks. Kapow, kapow, kapow. That's my favorite sounds. And I'm going to show you a little bit. This is our app. Ask question, shake, change the answer. All right, here we are. We wanted to say this out loud, though. That's our goal. So here we go. We've got our back side. We've got a random list. We've got a front side. We've got our thing. Now, where do you think we would go to find text-to-speech? Is it a sensor? Is it user interface? Kind of, because it's saying something out loud. No, in fact, we will find it under media. So grab a text-to-speech box, drag it over to your screen, drop it. You're gonna see it pops up over here. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Man, we're doing a great job already. We remember from last time that all the stuff that we need is on the block side. If we want to find a block that specifically relates to a piece that we're using already, you find it here. Text-to-speech is one of them. When text-to-speech before speaking, when text-to-speech after speaking, set text-to-speech to, what's that going on here? Oh, here we go, call text-to-speech. Speak message. This is good. Okay, so this is what we want. We want it to happen when we shake the Magic 8-Ball, and we want it to say one of these randomly, right? So we're going to duplicate that. Do it down here. You know what we forgot to do in the first one, and I am so sorry. We forgot to set a sound when we shook it. Embarrassing. Do that real quick here. So we grab the sound, drag it over. Now we've got a sound down here as a non-visible component. Go to the block side and say we want the sound to play here. All right. So let's pull this out and see what happens first. Just the sound. Sound one. We haven't assigned anything. Source is none. So on the design side, we're going to go to da. Okay. Now I'm going to bring you back. This is my real quick turnaround on. Let's do sound, because sound is useful. All right, now we're here. Did Ben forget to do sound in the first video? Yes. I don't even want to answer that question. Ask another one. This is way cooler, isn't it? Because it's doing something kind of fun. You could really annoy your siblings or parents or teachers or classmates whenever you wanted. Maybe you could do a laugh track. Sounds like everything I'm saying is kind of cool. Okay. All right. Very easy to entertain myself, so I will stop. Now that we've done that, we want to text-to-speech. And you'll see that I just pulled this out because I didn't want it to say the text yet. I wanted us to get a feel for just the sound, then the sound plus the text. So all we really have to do here is connect them. Now that we've connected them, let's see what happens. All right. Is this going to work? as well as we hope it will. Didn't work at all.
I'm not sure, but I'll get back to you.
I'm not sure, but I'll get back to you, purple potatoes. And it sounds like the ta-da sound is playing over her speaking. It's hard to hear.
I don't even want to answer that question minus ask a better one.
It's not right.
I'm not sure, but I'll get back to you.
So the problem I'm having here is that this is not what's being read.
I'm not sure, but I'll get back to you.
That's not really right. That's wrong. We wanted to say out loud what it says on the screen. How could we possibly do that? We also want to figure out how to make it not go over itself. So we're going to take it one step at a time. First, we're going to go, we want it to say and read the same thing. Let's take care of that first. All right. So for now, I'm going to pull this sound out of here. It is getting in the way. It's a problem we want to fix, but we're going to fix it later. All right. Now, how could we possibly make it say the same thing? Well, first, I'm going to tell you about variables. There's these things called global variables that say, I want something to be the same no matter where it is. And this is really useful if you've got numbers that you want to change across the entire app, or if you want to randomize something but use it in multiple places, which is what we're doing now. So we could say initialize global name. This is something we can edit, so we get an option here. Global name, let's say answer, to pick a random item in a list. So it's going to create this global that's called answer, pick one of these list items, and then we can assign, I'm going to get rid of that, we can assign that variable anywhere we want. Always be the same, no matter where, as long as it's on the screen. Global answer, global answer. Okay, let's see how we did. We did a great job. All right. Living the dream, purple potatoes. How well is this going to work? It's got to be a yes or no question. Is this going to be the best darned Magic 8-Ball app you've ever seen?
Absolutely. You are the best anyway.
Yeah, the best anyway. Okay, let's ask it something else. Now that we know that it's working really well, did I remember to get gasoline this morning before coming to school?
Absolutely. You are the best anyway. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are the best anyway. Absolutely.
We've lost our randomization.
You are the best anyway.
So it's no longer random. That's a problem. We could have just put in one answer like we did in the beginning. It's pretty boring. It's always going to give the same answer. Yeah, if I close the app and reopen it, we'd get a different answer, but that's a lot of work to get different answers. It's not very fun. So we've got to figure out how to fix that. But I bet if we poke around for a little bit, we can see what's wrong. So the way we've got it set up right now, we create a global answer, and it is a random item in a list, but we never change what that answer is. So we want to change picking the random item to happen every single time we shake the Samsung, right? Every time we shake the Android tablet or phone. So we're going to go back into variables and get something that we can plug in here. So we can set a global variable to, let me set it up here. Whoops, getting hidden. All right, so you see that I'm putting in front. What that means is it's going to happen before it lists out the global answer. If we did it on the other side, it would do it afterwards. Now there's some kind of tricky stuff we can do here. We could say, we could do this, and so now we initialize this answer, we create this answer, and then we set global answer to a random item in the list that's going to be different. What this means is the first time we do it, it's not going to work. We're going to get no answer, which is a problem. Or if you want to be tricky, you can set it so the first time the answer is always something specific. In this instance, it could be a command like shake to get your answer. So every time they open it, it says that. Or if you wanted it to be tricky and you would know the answer the first time you opened it up every single time, you could have it say, yes, Ben, I do believe it. I do believe so. Now it's talking to me specifically every time I open up. That's kind of cool. Or you can move this up to the front. We'll never see this at all. It'll just pick a random item from the list, then set text to global answer, then speak the global answer. So we'll never get this yes, Ben, I do believe so on there, right? See how that works out. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, man. Okay. Stop. Hello. Here we are. Is this going to work better than it did last time?
Purple potatoes.
That's pretty good.
Absolutely. You are the best anyway.
What more validation do you need than a thing that you made telling you that you're great? Why would you make anything if it didn't tell you that you were great? I think we've been pretty successful. But there's the pesky issue of that sound playing over top of what's happening here. Let's dive in again and see if we can figure that out. All right, so we want this sound to play first. We want to get that global answer. The problem we have right now, which is the same problem we were having earlier, is the computer thinks through all of this stuff so fast that there's no real delay. And you'd think that delay would just be a thing that we could tell it to do, but infuriatingly, MIT App Inventor 2 wants us to learn how to code, so they make us do it manually. It's kind of hard. The thing we need to create a delay is time. Without time, we will never have a delay. So the concept of delay doesn't even exist without time. So we're going to have to use clock. Drag it in here. So now we have access to the phone's clock. It's good. And this is important too. Over here we've got timer enabled, timer always fires, timer interval 1,000. Now 1,000 here means 1 second. Worth mentioning. If you said 10, it would happen so fast you wouldn't even notice, because it would be 10 thousandths of a second, or 1/100th of a second, not 10 seconds. So you'd have to say 10,000 thousandths to get 10 seconds. Okay, I'm going to go back in the block side. We've got some options here. We've got the ask label, 8-ball accelerometer sensor. It makes sense to me. I didn't rename it. Text to speech 1. There's only one of them. Didn't rename it. Sound I could have renamed in case there are multiple sounds. Maybe the ta-da. So this will be clock. All right. So what we're using here, we want to use here is system time. We want to use system time, and we probably want to use something called setting system time. We don't need that. I lied to you. Okay, we've got What are these all about? Okay. We're also going to have to play around with a little bit of basic logic. So this is kind of complicated stuff. I'm going to try to talk you through it. You know what, actually, can I pause? Stop.